representing JiasWorld, back with another video and another update. It's been a week since I uploaded the last one, and I got some pretty positive updates. So, as stated before, major news will be coming sooner or later, hopefully sooner for October, but I have told an additional person. So not only do my mother, grandmother, and uncle know, and 2 of my friends, I told another close friend of mine this week. So now 6 people know. 6 people know. Freaking awesome. And they, for the most part, are accepting and supportive and caring and loving. And that's a privilege and an honor to even have. So I'm forever grateful and thankful for that. So that's one of the updates. Another update is I quit my job. And I go check out Ask Millennial's new video on millennial job hopping. I'm going to put a link to that video in the description box below. And of course, the Ask Millennial YouTube link is always in the description box below. So go check out that new video. But I quit my job, and I'm happy because that job was just, for the past almost 3 months, it has been nothing but HE double hockey sticks. Yes, L. Another update, I am going back to political organizing work. Very excited about that. I've been on a break for almost 3 months, and I'm still was going to meetings and events, volunteering here and there, still reading and catching up on what's going on. I'm always aware, and I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna follow my passion, my heart, and I'm just gonna follow where I should be going. So I'm going to be doing some political organizing work in Genesee County, Saginaw, Bay City, in that area, in that capacity, knocking on doors, working with community members and residents, talking to people, hearing from people what their needs and wants are, what issues are they facing, or what issues concern them or important to them, and hopefully assisting in the state of Michigan, being a part of the blue wave, the blue tsunami. That's right, getting Democrats, progressive Democrats mostly, but Democrats elected up and down the ballot and flipping the ballot over and getting progressive, liberal, democratic oriented, social justice oriented people elected on the nonpartisan side as well. The political revolution, the economical revolution, the social revolution is here. And, this isn't just about midterm elections, but this is also hindsight 2020 with the presidential election and going into the future. And I'm ready to do the work. However, I'm going to make sure that I do not overextend myself, and I practice self-care on a daily basis. Whether that's drinking water and getting sleep or eating food. So I'm going to start putting, alarms in my phone to remind myself to eat, because that's horrible. I'm also going to be going back to the doctor because I have not been doing that, and this whole summer was supposed to be about getting my mental and physical health back in order, but let's be honest, I really haven't. Besides the surgery that I had in June and had my gallbladder removed, I just stopped going to my doctors, and that was stupid. And I stopped taking my medication, and that also was kind of stupid. But marijuana has helped a lot. But I am gonna get back into eating properly, drinking water. Haven't been to the gym in over a month. I need to get back into going to the gym. And gonna do some meal prepping. That way my meals will already be made, so I'll be forced to eat, versus not having meals already prepped and just going. I could go up to 72 hours or more without eating. And the only reason why I'll eat is I'll get a horrible migraine headache and just be weak as hell. So gotta remember to eat. But let's spark up, Spark it up. But those are some of the updates. Another update. I've been hanging out with okay, so some of you who watch these videos already know who I'm talking about. I've been hanging out with an individual basically this whole summer, but then like I took a month off because like I had a lot going on. I was angry, bitter, upset, pissed off, mad. So I stopped hanging out with them. And then I stopped hanging out with a lot of people. Then I just straight up blocked and deleted people off of my social media. That was my way of dealing with it. And it was very immature and childish and stupid, and toxic. And but you live and you learn. And in that process of living and learning, you realize you're toxic and you need to make some improvements so you can avoid doing this again. So we've been hanging out tough this month, and I really enjoyed this person. I really enjoy being around them, and it's totally different for me because like normally, and this is just being 100% transparent and honest. And you know what? I just remembered. I recorded 3 videos today. One video is on Ask a Millennials channel. Go check it out. Millennial Job Hopping. Another video was kind of discussing this again, but then I just decided tonight, like, I needed to do another video to kind of give more feedback and information. But I've been hanging out with this person a lot, and I enjoy their company. And being 100% transparent, this is the first time where I actually just I actually got to know this person on a deeper level, and it wasn't just about sex. It wasn't just about hooking up. It was, you know, like, wow, this is what this person likes and doesn't like. This is what this person is passionate about. You know, these are some of the traumas and trials and tribulations they've been through. We talk about a lot of shit, and it really hit me like, dang, you know, what have I really been doing? You know, I mean, getting to know a person is actually pretty cool. Probably is what we should have been doing in the first place instead of all this other stuff. And yeah, so I'm really digging this person, liking this person, enjoying their company. But in the midst of all this, I'm also learning there's no reason to really be focusing on labels all the time. Labels really, they confuse things, and they can cause a lot of unnecessary problems that people don't necessarily want. And I'm learning it's not necessary to use labels and to let things go with the flow. Go with the flow. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It'll happen on its own. Now, you might budge a little, you might push a little, but if you have to overextend and go beyond the call of duty, then it's not worth it. Like, let it happen on its own. You know, because a lot of us, like when we were kids or younger, you know, we had these dreams and aspirations of being married by 23 or 25. I mean, I remember thinking, you know, when I was a kid, because I was trying to be like everyone else. Oh, I want to be married. I want to have kids and have my career, all this. But then as I got older and learned about other forms of relationships and had experiences and just really got into the world, I realized I didn't necessarily, marriage is not a goal for me. Like, it's no longer something that I aspire to do. You know, and I realized, yeah, I live in a capitalist society. This is trigger warning, about to be problematic. Trigger warning. I like money. I like making money. I like spending money. I like saving money. I like donating money. I like counting money. I like investing money. You know, I like money. So I realized that at an early age, like, you know, so I need to go and either get into a very lucrative business or do something that's going to make me a lot of money. And my grandparents kind of always knew, no, you're going to college. You're going to go to college. You're going to get your education and you're going to save the world. And that's what my grandparents would say all the time. And I would be like, what? You know, like, so here I am, fast forward, I'm 25, almost 26. And that's another thing. Like, I feel like this summer I had a mid-20s crisis. Everyone's always talking about this mid-life crisis, but I had a mid-20s crisis. Like, I just lost my mind this summer. Like, I mean, I've been losing it over 3 years, but like, I really just got like bizarre this summer, this year. And I'm still like going through it. But there's a lot more sunshine and light at the end of the tunnel than it ever was before, so that's a good thing. But now fast forward to being almost 26, I care deeply about society, about other people, about community. I always have. That's nothing new. And a lot of this comes from my grandparents and like how I was raised and what our family values were, you know, helping one another, looking out for one another, paying it forward, giving back, you know, sowing good seeds, good deeds, seeds, whatever they used to say. And then also, you know, something my granny still says to this day is, you weep what you sow. And that was a message that was made clear to me. So I always, you know, kind of told myself, well, I don't want to weep anything that I sow, so it's probably best that I do good by others, by society, so I don't have anything to weep about. So that's kind of been like something that's just been ingrained into me. So yeah, like I'm always giving back in some shape or form. And it's not like because like, oh, I want a pat on the back, I want accolades, I want, you know, all this awards and shit. Like none of that really. I don't really care about any of that, and a lot of the stuff that I do is behind the scenes anyways. So but it's just like, I don't know, it's so fulfilling to give back and help others, for me. So yeah. But and that's kind of why I know I'm happy that I'm getting back into political activism, social justice activism, organizing, and I'm also happy that I'll be going back to school, even though student loan debt sucks. I already owe $45,000, but I'm also starting to realize if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And there's a reason why you get dragged to certain things, or you always, it's like this magnetic energy, like you always end up going back and forth. Like there's a reason why this is happening. The universe is, I firmly believe in a higher being, higher power, whether it's deities, you know, gods, goddesses, whatever it may be. I believe in a higher power, and I feel like the universe is always showing signs, giving signs, and kind of directing you. But as humans, we're always trying to create our own path and kind of, you know, manifest destiny. But if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not. And you kind of know, like, if you don't like getting up, going to your job, or you don't like dealing with this or that person, then 9 times out of 10, you don't need to be dealing with that person, working that job, being in that situation. There's a reason why negative things keep happening. And you know what I mean? So I know I'm going to be going back to school to pursue my Juris Doctorate, law school, law degree. And I'm also specifically looking for dual programs where I can get my JD and my PhD. So I would, like theory, I would love to go to law school, but also have a doctorate in public policy, sociology, social justice studies, social sciences studies, American culture. It's just certain PhD programs that I would really like to dive into. As far as my law degree program, I don't really have a specific track of law that I want to study per se. However, I do know for a fact constitutional law and civil rights are like my top two. And then like my bottom two would be tax law, tax or corporate law, and criminal defense. So those would definitely be there, right? So you gotta narrow it down, right? You know, but I'm excited that I'm gonna be pursuing this and preparing for the LSAT and studying and reading and just diving back into what I should have been in since day one. And again, it's like my grandparents knew my path, and it's like my story has already been written. Because like they was just like, yeah, you're gonna go to college, you're gonna get your education, and you're gonna save the world, and that's what you're gonna be doing. And I'm just like, again, what are you talking about? But like every time I turn around, I just kept getting led back to school, back to school, back to school, back to school. And I thought, you know, after my associates, I was gonna be done 6 years ago. Somehow I ended up going to get a bachelor's degree. And then 4 years ago, I thought, oh, I'm done. I'm not going back, blah, blah. Took a year off. Got some work experience. But somehow I ended up going back to get my master's degree. A year later, 2017, I graduated. And I thought, after my master's degree, I'm not going back. Well, here I am. A year later, year and a half later almost, and I'm getting ready to prepare for the LSAT and look in the law school and PhD programs. So yeah, those are some updates. Oh, I'm going to Toronto Labor Day weekend. So by the time this video goes up, I will probably already been to Toronto, but with that person that I talked about earlier. So I'm excited. But anyways, ending this video on a good positive note. Those are some updates, and some major announcements and updates are going to be coming in October, hopefully. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Anyways, if you check out Ask Millennials' new video, job hopping millennials, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, leave comments below, follow me on social media, links are in the description box. And again, as the other video that's going to be getting uploaded before this video, I just want to say thank you to everyone who watches these videos, leave comments, subscribes, thumbs up, shares, follows me on social media. Thank you to everyone who supports me and takes me as who I am. And yeah, thanks to everyone. More videos are coming. I'm getting back to it.